Hello, students, and welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling College Fair. We have some really good schools. We are super excited to have you here. Just so you know, students and parents, your camera and microphone are turned off, so panelists cannot see or hear you. You can ask questions at any time using the Q&A button. Please sign up for more sessions. This is just one of the many we have available. And you are able to check the recording for this session at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. My name is Mackenzie. I'm going to be your facilitator. And without further ado, we are going to begin with the University of Vermont.
Great, thanks, Mackenzie. Hi, everyone. My name is Candace Duckworth. I'm the Regional Associate Director of Admissions for the University of Vermont. I cover all of Pennsylvania as part of my territory. So I'm happy to be your resource throughout this entire process for anything that it is you might need. And I'm going to try to stick to the 6 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get started with a quick little video. I like to call that just our little teaser trailer. So jumping right in here, some of UVM's distinctive qualities can, I think on the surface, definitely appear contradictory. UVM is old. We were founded in 1791, so we're actually the 5th oldest college in New England. But UVM is constantly renewing its programs as well as its facilities to keep pace with the ever-changing world around us. And then our size, we're medium, so we're both big and small. We have right around 10,000 undergraduate students, so that's big compared to many liberal arts colleges, but it's definitely smaller than many other national research universities. And then our location in Burlington is both urban and open. We are in Burlington, which is a small city known for great food, music, and other arts, but also great business and technology innovation. And then we've got the Lake Champlain, Green Mountains all around us, so you really get that breath of fresh air in our backyard. Here's some quick stats. Again, medium-sized university, but you can also see the breadth of the programs that we have. But you might notice that our in-state to out-of-state ratio is a little unusual for a public university. And this is because UVM, or Vermont's a small state. So our students do come from all parts of the United States and abroad, and that's one distinguishing feature of UVM. Another distinction is our faculty. The professors at UVM are world-class scientists and scholars, and they're really driving to be making new discoveries in their field, but they also love to teach, and at UVM, they get to do both. Another hallmark of UVM is definitely our land-grant heritage, and land-grant universities are dedicated to supporting and celebrating, oh, sorry, I always got that one wrong, to education that improves the health of our societies. So guided by that mission, you'll find a really strong sense of purpose in our classes and our laboratories and clubs and really kind of every aspect of life at UVM. We have 92% of our students participating in some sort of experiential learning, which could include internships, research, service learning, study abroad, and these other experiences that put knowledge to work and make what you're learning in the classroom come to life. And you can see here just some of those cutting edge facilities you have to support your learning at UVM. Our residential experience, where you're living can be a really big part of college life, especially in your first year. And so we've put a lot of thought into that at UVM, and we've created different learning communities that bring students together around common interests and create that feeling of home away from home. And you actually get to pick which learning community you want to live in. Our UVM community is dedicated to diversity, equity, and inclusion and all aspects of campus life. We have these reflected through our campus identity centers as well as our general education requirements. But one of the most important things that we have in our community is this commitment to promoting respect, integrity, innovation, openness, justice, and responsibility. And we call this our common ground. When all new students arrive on campus, they actually sign a pledge to these values at a candlelight ceremony on the university green, and that's one of our most cherished traditions on campus. A little bit more about Burlington. Burlington is one of the nation's favorite small cities. Like I said, great food, music, art shops, all of that, but innovative spirit, like I mentioned at the beginning too, with companies like Burton, Ben & Jerry's, Dealer.com, Green Mountain Coffee, all getting their start here. Our students find great internships with innovators like these and many other large or small businesses and different agencies, organizations, clinics and schools and things like that throughout the city. Plus, Burlington's really easy to get to. The airport is just 3 miles from UVM, so daily flights to and from major hubs, and you can get here by bus, train, car as well. It's definitely true that where we are shapes who we are and how we learn. And in Vermont, from the Green Mountains to Lake Champlain and kind of all those phases in between, our students and faculty really have amazing opportunities for studying environmental science, really hands-on. And you don't have to be necessarily studying environmental science to be drawn into Vermont's special landscape. Just kind of walking across campus, taking in the mountains or the lake views really inspire us all to think differently about our relationship with the environment and how we can sustain its beauty and its resources. So just a quick last few updates about our admissions process. We do offer early action, which has a November 1st deadline. Then the regular decision is January 15th. We are on both the common application and the coalition application, and we will be test optional for fall of 2022 and fall of 2023 applicants. So really, truly up to you. We also automatically consider all students for merit scholarship, and for out-of-state students, those range up to $20,000 per year. We'll also automatically consider students for an invitation to join our honors college. I will definitely be putting my information in the chat, so I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have tonight, and I hope you keep in touch so I can help you throughout this process. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Candace. Up next, we have Elizabethtown College.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Polly Ornstein, and I'm Senior Associate Director of Admissions at Elizabethtown College. We are located in the beautiful county of Lancaster County, about 10 miles down the road from Hershey, Pennsylvania, sweetest place on earth. And we are a residential college of just under 2,000 students. Housing is guaranteed all year. And we have over 160 majors, minors, and concentrations to choose from. And this is just some of the by the numbers, although we never treat you as a number here at E-Town. We're divided into 7 colleges, and you can see them all here, which lists some of our major programs. Some of our top programs or most popular programs are engineering, business, biological sciences, and occupational therapy. We offer 2 pathways and an accelerated OT program, a 5-year and a 6-year program, 5-year master's, 6-year OT doctorate. We offer 6 signature learning experiences. I think this kind of identifies E-Town a little differently. Every student must complete at least 2 signature learning experiences prior to graduating. And yes, the courses that you take in high school are important, and the grades that are in college are important, but also what you learn and how you apply it to a real life experience so that you can have that first job interview and tell future employers some of the things that you've done, tangible things that you've done, and in these 5 areas. You will have 2 to graduate. Many students do more than 2, some do all 5. Like I said, we're a residential college. 85% of our students do live on campus all 4 years. And that's an important question to ask when you go out and visit colleges. May I live on campus all 4 years? We keep our students busy with lots of activities, a variety of places to eat on campus, and a lot of free services that are provided to all of our students. Freshmen are allowed to have cars as well. We are 10 minutes from Harrisburg International Airport, and we do have an Amtrak train station right here in town on the Pittsburgh to Philadelphia line. As you can see, we have 24 NCAA Division III teams. We also have club sports, we have intramurals, we have free fitness classes, and we have 76 clubs and organizations. If you go to our website and don't see a club you're interested in, you can start your own. That's how new clubs get started all the time at E-Town. You're in the driver's seat as to getting a college decision. We do rolling admission. Once your application is complete, we'll get a decision to you within 2 to 3 weeks. You have until May 1st to make your final decision. It is free to apply to Elizabethtown. We do use the common application, and we are also test optional for the 2021-2022 year. This gives you an idea of our costs. We have a variety of merit-based scholarships. Students are notified of their merit-based scholarships in their letters of admission, and we have several other scholarships. Please note that if you are a musician, vocalist, we do have music performance scholarships for non-music majors, and auditions are available during your senior year. Lots of different ways you can come visit us. We'd love to have you here on campus. If you go to our website and click on visit, you can sign up right online. And we have a large staff here. We all have our own visit territories in Pennsylvania. So check out our admissions website to see, who your personal counselor is. Yeah, I hope that you'll come out and visit us, in the coming weeks and months. Have a good night.
Thank you very much. Up next, we have Temple University Japan campus.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Share my screen. Yes, so hello from Tokyo, Japan. My name is Ha. I'm admissions counselor from Temple University Japan campus, called TUJ for short. TUJ is the international branch campus of Temple campus in Philadelphia. I'm sure you all know Temple in Philly, right? And we're branch campus in Tokyo, Japan. And because we're the same university, it's very easy for students to transfer among 3 campuses. From the Japan campus, you can easily go to Rome campus or main campus for 1 or 2 semesters, or you can easily transfer back to the main campus anytime they finish a degree. But most of our students spend all 4 years in Japan and graduate from TUJ. We offer 10 majors in liberal arts field. Please look at the screen for the list of majors we offer. The most popular majors are international business studies, communication studies, art, international affairs, and all classes at TJ are in English, so you don't need to know any Japanese to apply. Our campus is located in Sangenjaya in Tokyo. So just to give you an idea, so we are just 5 minutes train ride away from Shibuya station. So Shibuya is like Times Square, New York. Our students really enjoy the campus location because after school, they can just be there in Shibuya after a short train ride. So, and if you're really interested in an urban campus setting, I think TJ is the place for you. We are just a 5-minute train ride away from Shibuya station. Yeah. So next, I would like to talk about what TJ has to offer. So although we're located in Tokyo, but the degree and credits you'll be earning will be Temple degree, Temple credits, the American degree and American credits, which can help you to prepare for graduate schools later, or those credits can be transferred to any other schools in the US. If you're taking AP, IB, or you have any college credits, they are transferable to Temple, which helps you to save time, money, and efforts. In terms of tuition fee, please look at this chart, which compares TUJ's tuition with the public and private universities in the US. As you see, it's about 40 to 50% lower. So it's even cheaper for you to go out of the country to study abroad than go out of states. And the average tuition fee at TUJ is about $15,000 per year. Yes. So with lower tuition fee, but you can still earn American degree. So the question is, why not, right? And you can, of course, use financial aid, private loans, or GI Bill if you have the benefits. We also offer merit-based scholarships, which are very easy to apply. And as you know, we're located in Tokyo. So Tokyo is like the biggest city in Japan, the most developed in Asia. So there are many opportunities when it comes to part-time jobs, internship, or full-time jobs. Tokyo is where jobs are. So talking about jobs, we have a career development office to help students find jobs in Japan or even back in your home countries. Especially when you go back to the US, you can still use the resources offered by the Career Development Office at Temple University in Philadelphia, because wherever you are, once you're a Temple student, you'll get support. Internship is a distinctive feature of our school. For some majors like international business studies, international affairs, internship is required and it's credit-bearing internship. You can see the list of companies here that recruited our students for the internship program. This is Amani. She's a political science major student and she did the internship at the US Embassy in Tokyo. She said she really enjoyed this experience because she said it's very helpful for advancing her career prospect and also very helpful for improving her skills and knowledge. How cool it is to intern at the US Embassy in a foreign country, right? It's going to make your profile, your resume outstanding and look good. Yeah, so every semester we send students to the US Embassy in Tokyo or the Japan Times, which is the biggest English-speaking newspaper in Japan, for internship. Yeah. Besides, we also offer career fairs. We invite companies to the campus to recruit our students. This is one of the events we co-host with with Japanese universities, and it's for English speakers. So if you're really interested in working in Japan, we help you to find jobs in Japan. And actually many of our international students just stay in Japan after graduation because they believe having working experience overseas will be very helpful for their career prospect. This is Kayo. She's now working at Airbnb in Tokyo. She's one of the graduates who successfully found jobs in Japan. So next, how to apply. There are two ways to apply. You can either apply directly to TUJ or through Common App. If Common App, please be sure to select the Japan campus because the application process is different from our main campus in Philly. And this is the list of what we require. In terms of test score, we are test optional school, so you don't need to submit the score. But if you have taken the test and if you believe that it will complement your application, you should submit the score. And after you submit everything, the result will be sent to you within 4 weeks. It is very straightforward and very simple. Yeah, so we have rolling admissions. Yeah, so you get to know the result very soon after you complete. Yes. So that's all about TJ and the application process. If you have any questions, feel free to type in the Q&A section. I'll be very happy to help. And also you can reach out to us later at this email address, ac@tj.temple.edu. Again, thank you so much for listening to the presentation. And I hope you continue to stay safe and healthy and wishing you all the best for this year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now we will turn it over to University of Delaware.
All right. Oh, let me get this going here. All right. Oh, shoot. Oh, sorry. Can you see that? Am I messing up?
We cannot see.
All right, I'm getting here. Okay. Here we go. Okay, welcome to the University of Delaware. My name is Scott Grisenda. I'm an admissions counselor here at UD. I basically represent Delaware, Montgomery, Bucks, Lehigh, so the eastern part of Pennsylvania. And we're gonna get to this real quick so we can go through the whole thing. So right here, I'm showing this picture because I think it's awesome. So this is some of our students doing research in Antarctica. So all of our students can do research at the University of Delaware, basically from day one in any major that you're in. We are a tier 1 research institution, so there's only about 120 of those in the US. And that basically allows you that opportunity to delve a little deeper into your major. This is another cool picture, which is another reason why we're showing it. But we have over 400 and some different clubs and registered student organizations. This one is actually Canine Companions for Independence, where some of our students will work with puppies to help raise them for our veterans. And we also have another club that actually helps raise puppies for seeing eye dogs. But like I said, we have over 400 and some different clubs and registered student organizations. So again, you really will be able to find anything that you need. And if you can't, you make it up. And then our location, we are smack dab in the middle of the Mid-Atlantic. So we're about 45 minutes to Philly, an hour to Baltimore, 2 to New York, 2 to DC. You can really get and go anywhere you want. We are a mid-sized university. We are basically the epitome of a mid-sized university. We're 18,000 students. We have that big, we have that small. We do have a Amtrak station right on campus, a 10-minute walk from our freshman dorms. So you can shoot up to New York or down to DC for the day. One thing, someone tell me we're not seeing the right slides, but I don't know, I'm gonna keep going. But we are, we also do have a mega bus stop up on North Campus. So if you want to go north or south, kind of on the cheap, we are very similar to Vermont in the fact that we are 70% out of state. So we have people from all over the country, 68 different other countries as well internationally. So what that really means for you guys is when you're waking up on a Saturday or Sunday, most of our students are here on campus. Then we talk about our Main Street, which is one of our, one of the best things that we have going here at the University of Delaware. So we have a Main Street that goes right through the middle. A ton of opportunity for our students to live off campus on Main Street. There's 60 to 70 different restaurants, retail spaces that we have. So a lot of our students, it's kind of like the social gathering place for many of the things that go on here at the University of Delaware. Our campus is also located, we're adjacent to White Clay Creek State Park. So if you are into biking, hiking, kayaking, any of that stuff, we're, like I said, a ton of things for our students to do while they are on campus. And there's two websites that I really wish you guys would take a look at. One is our major finder. So we have over 150 majors, over 100 minors, over 54+1 programs. So getting your master's in 5 years instead of 6. So you go on our major finder, it has a little bit about the program, what's special about UD, and a lot of the clubs and organizations that a lot of those students will be doing from that major. So there's over 150 pages because of all of our majors. At the bottom, it will say, look what our students are doing now. And that will take you to our outcomes page. So our outcomes page is something that basically tells you the percentage of our students that are graduating from UD, how many are going to work, who's hiring them, how many are going to grad school, what grad schools are getting into. You can delve in a little deeper into what jobs they're starting. And a lot of them will also have starting salaries as well. So it really gives you a good idea of where our students are and what they're doing when they do graduate from the University of Delaware. Study abroad is also another thing that a lot of our students do. So over a third of all of our students will do study abroad. And a lot of those will go during our winter session. So we're off the whole month of January, which really allows you that opportunity to get a good 5-6 weeks abroad and still not have to miss a full semester. Certain majors, engineering, nursing, occupational therapy, can really only go during that time. And then when we talk about our application, so we are, again, Common and Coalition application. All we do really ask is that you complete the required essay in that, create your SRAR, which you'll need to attach to your application, and then provide a student count letter or secondary school report. We are test optional, along with seems like with most other people, for the next 2 years. So again, that is totally up to you when you go through that. And we also do have an early action deadline. So I do highly recommend that you get that in earlier. You find out earlier, all of our students are automatically put in for merit scholarship once they do apply. And if you are looking into nursing, occupational therapy, or engineering, it really behooves you to get that in by November 1st. So hopefully I got that through to you. Have a great day and take care.
Thank you very much. Up next, we have UEA.
Okay, thank you very much. Just going to quickly go ahead and share my screen for you. Brilliant. Okay, so you should be able to see it now. So yeah, so thank you very much for joining me today. So my name is Graham Wise. I'm the International Officer working for the University of East Anglia, better known as UEA. So UEA, unlike all the other universities that we're joined with today, we're actually based in the UK, as you can probably tell from my accent. But UEA, as you can see in the image here, is a campus-based university. A really beautiful campus, and we're very lucky to be located where we are in the east of the UK. So before I kind of talk to you a little bit about UEA, I'm just going to highlight a few of our key achievements at the university. So UEA is a very highly ranked university, not just in the UK, being in the top 25, as you can see here, but also in the top 200 in the world in the Times Higher Education University rankings. So it's really good recognition that a degree at UEA goes a really long way, not just here in the UK, but also internationally as well. Another ranking that we're really proud to talk about is the Teaching Excellence Framework. This was a UK government initiative to assess the quality of teaching at UK universities. There was a gold, silver and bronze award, and UEA was one of around 20 universities to achieve the gold award for their excellence of teaching. So again, it's a really competent place for students to go to achieve their academic potential. So this here is the campus, and we're really lucky to be located where we are. As I said at the start of the presentation, we are a campus-based university. So all of the facilities that you can see on this one site are located on the campus. So that's accommodation. We have accommodation located throughout our campus and actually off our campus as well. And it's really important to note with accommodation is actually guaranteed for international students in their first year of study here at UEA. All of our teaching facilities are also located on the campus. Our active student union, where we have over 200 different clubs and societies that students can join. We have our active sports park, which contains lots of sports indoors and outdoors, and both competitive and non-competitive sports that students can take part in. And also, as you can see, one of the most appealing aspects of our campus is how green it is. Students will come here and, obviously they're coming here for their studies, but they also enjoy a really nice place to live, to relax and unwind after a long day studying. So that's UEA's campus. But we're also located within the city of Norwich, which I believe is one of the biggest selling points of the university itself. Norwich is located in the east of the UK. So as you can see in the little map here, we're about just under 2 hours to London by train, about an hour to Cambridge. And we also have an international airport in Norwich as well, which flies internationally via Amsterdam Schiphol Airport all over the world. So it's a very well-connected city. It's also a very beautiful city. We have one of the highest cathedrals in the UK. It's a city of lots of history. It's a medieval city. We were actually the first capital of England before London many years ago. And we're also the first UNESCO city of literature in the UK as well. We always find with Norwich, there's something for everyone here. Students who come to UEA and come to Norwich often don't want to leave after they finish their studying. I'm biased because I'm from Norwich, it's my home city, but I can assure you if you spoke to a student who's studied at UEA, they'd say the very same thing about the city. So just quickly touch on our undergraduate degrees that we have here at UEA. So like every university pretty much in the UK, they'll be 3 years in length, unless you would select a 4-year option, which will be a year abroad or a placement year option. It's important to note that undergraduate programs at UEA are very flexible. Students often have a very common first year. As they move forward into their second and third year, they can start specialising in the area of their subject that interests them most. At UEA, we're probably best known for our subjects in creative writing and literature, international development, environmental sciences, but we do have a real wide range of undergraduate and actually postgraduate programs that students can take when they come here to UEA. Just to highlight very quickly some of the entry requirements, we do operate a very bespoke admissions process at UEA, but we do accept IBs. If students are doing the US High School Diploma, we'd look for the High School Diploma alongside probably 3 AP exams or the equivalent of the ACT or the SET exams. It's important to know that some subjects, if you were doing a science, you would need a background within that science within your APs. And applications at UEA are just made on UCAS. Like most universities in the UK, the application will be made on UCAS, where you'll submit a personal statement and a reference, and you may also be required to attend an interview. Those are for more the health science courses that you need the interview for. So just to touch on a few bits of extra information for you now. So we have lots of guaranteed competitive scholarships for students from the US. They aren't confirmed for this year, but they're likely to be around £4,000 to £8,000 as a tuition fee discount. Accommodation costs are very competitive as well at the university, ranging from around £80 to £160 per week. Like I said, it's guaranteed for students, and it's a really good way to really get yourself used to campus life, make friends, and really integrate yourself into life at UEA and at Norwich by living on campus in your first year of study. Again, it's a really sociable university. We have over 200 different clubs and societies, very sports focused at UEA, having the sports park location on our campus. So it's somewhere that students come to and they feel at home here straight away. And one other quick facility I'd like to point you out to, we are very lucky to have the Sainsbury Centre of Visual Arts on our campus. It's an art gallery that hosts exhibitions of art from all over the world. It's free to enter for students, and you may recognise it as it also doubles up as the Avengers headquarters. So if you're interested in the Avengers films, then we've had the Avengers film on our campus a few years ago, which is really exciting. Hopefully they'll come back again for another film, fingers crossed. But it's just a good recognition to show that at UEA there's always something different going on, always something taking place, and it's something that, a university where there's lots happening here. I'm sure you'll enjoy your time here at UEA. So thank you very much for listening. If you did have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll share my email address in the chat as well. And yeah, that's all for me. So thank you very much.
Great, thank you so much. And last but not least, we have Ohio Wesleyan University.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dave Froman. I'm Associate Director of Admission at Ohio Wesleyan University. And interestingly enough, I live in Pennsylvania. I'm a regional representative, and I cover the entire state of Pennsylvania for Ohio Wesleyan. And interesting also, we have the representative from Delaware on this program, but we are located in Delaware, not the state, but we're located in Delaware, Ohio, just north of Columbus, about 30 minutes north of Columbus. Personally, this is my 19th year in admissions, and for 28 years prior to my admissions involvement, I was a men's basketball coach, 25 years in college, 3 years in high school. So Delaware, Ohio, located, as I said, 30 minutes north of Columbus. Ohio Wesleyan, we're a smaller school, around 1,400 students. But what that means for you students is that you have small classes, average class size just under 15, student faculty ratio just over 10. You get a lot of personal attention, and you have small classes pretty much throughout your entire college career at Ohio Wesleyan, or at OWU, as we affectionately refer to ourselves. We, as I say, around 1,400 students. You can see this percentage of students that are international or multicultural. Our students do a lot of volunteer work, as you can see there as well. You can see the sports shot here in the bottom right, and we are Division III sports. We have 24 sports that we offer, along with club sports and intramural sports as well. I mentioned that you have small classes, and you can see the number here and the student faculty ratio as well. But what we really hang our hat on is on what we call the OWU connection. And the OWU connection is your distinctive experience as an Ohio Wesleyan student. And the OWU connection would be all of your out-of-class experiences. So we're talking internships, research, study abroad, travel learning, and the foundation, the three pillars of the OWU connection are think big, go global, and get real. And this particular slide, you can see each of these played out with, in the top slide, we have Craig Jackson, who's a math professor, and we have Amy Downing, who is a zoology professor. It's an interdisciplinary course that they offer where we look at how mathematical modeling can help better understand marine ecosystems. And if you take a travel learning course like this one is, what you do is you spend most of the time studying in Delaware, Ohio, but then at the end of the course, you do the travel portion. The travel portion for this particular course is to the US Virgin Islands, where you spend a couple weeks applying what you've learned in the classroom to practical situations. They are hands-on right on the ground. Go global, 70% of our students have a broad experience at some time during their time as OWU students. It could be a semester, it could be a travel learning course. Again, this particular picture is of our island biology course, and the travel portion for it, the 2 weeks at the end of the semester, are spent in the Galapagos Islands, again, applying practically what has been learned in the classroom throughout the early portion of the semester. Get real can be internships, research experiences. This particular picture is of Tom Dolan. He's class of 2018. He did our Wesleyan in Washington semester, where he took 3 courses for college credit. So he got full credit for 3 courses. And then he had an internship for credit. His internship was with Cory Gardner, who at the time was one of the senators from the state of Colorado. And when Tom Dolan graduated in 2018, he moved to the DC area, and he now is employed at the House of Representatives in Washington, DC. To give you a sense for the power of the OWU connection, hopefully you're getting somewhat of a feel for that already. But I show you Eva Blockstein's OWU connection journey, where she was a zoology major with a fine arts and environmental studies minor. And then if you follow the dotted line, you can see all of her out-of-class experiences through the OWU connection to travel learning courses, internship near campus at the Stratford Nature Preserve, internship back home at the Baltimore Aquarium, internship about 20 minutes off campus at the Columbus Zoo. She wrote 2 grant proposals. We call them connection grants or theory to practice grants. And if you have an idea, students, for a project, you can write a grant proposal, submit it to the committee on campus, and if your proposal is approved, and we've been doing this since 2009, about 1,000 have been approved, you get full funding for your project or projects. She did a research project on conservation of endangered frogs in Panama, and then also with her art interest, she did a project where she studied cast iron art practices at the sloth furnaces of Birmingham, Alabama. And all these experiences, along with the small classes, personal attention, led to her first job, which is as a field technician at the National Ecological Observatory Network in Fairbanks, Alaska. So again, small classes, personal attention, the power of the OWU connection. We have 70 majors, the most popular majors. Most popular is anything under the business and econ umbrella. Zoology is our second most popular major. P&G, politics and government, health and human kinetics, and psychology round out our top majors. Factors that we're going to look at in terms of admission: SAT scores, ACT scores were test optional. The most important thing is going to be your academic performance, your transcript. Cost of $62,000, 99% receive scholarships of some sort, and the overall cost when you take off the scholarship amount ends up being around $44,000. We also have some art, music, theater scholarships and other scholarships as well to bring down the cost. We are one of the colleges that change lives. I encourage you to look into that book, The Colleges That Change Lives, and find out more about Ohio Wesleyan. And I thank you for your attention. I will put my contact information in the chat, and wish you well throughout your senior year and with the college process. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Reps. And it looks like we do have a little bit of extra time, so I would love to pose a question for you all. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So if you could turn your cameras and microphones back on and just go back through the order that we started, I'd love to hear from you.
I guess that means me first. My piece of advice for someone going through the college search process would be to utilize your resources. Definitely reach out to the admissions counselors at the schools that you are applying to, because we're here to help. Right? We want to answer your questions. We want to make this process as easy and kind of stress-free as we possibly can for you. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are humans. We're not like scary admissions robots. So we're here to help you and be your resource.
I guess my suggestion would be get out and visit. You're never going to know unless you see firsthand what the campus looks like. You know, in all of our brochures, all students are happy to be there and the sun is always shining. So, you know, get out there and see, you know, look at large, small, medium, urban, rural, see what speaks to you.
I just have a very simple advice, which is to follow some universities of your interest on social media. Nowadays, most schools have very strong presence on social media. So I think this is a great chance for you to see the campus life and imagine yourself studying there. So I think it will help you to make this decision better. Thank you.
I would kind of go along with what most people said, but it's more like doing your homework and doing those visits, because you need to go online. Everything we talked about today on all these schools is a click away. So do your homework, find out what interests you. And then, you know, like we said, visiting is really something you need to do. You don't really know what you want until you step on that campus. And then I think when you step on that certain campus, you'll kind of know what you want to do.
Yeah, so for me, it's a bit different. I mean, I'll expand on everything that everyone said so far. Being based in the UK, obviously visiting isn't really an option for many students. So I'd say at the moment, the best thing I would recommend would be to take use of all the virtual opportunities that are in place. Lots of universities are offering virtual tours, virtual meetings with members of staff. I'd say that's a really good starting point. But more generally speaking, I'd say, as well as the university, is also research the city you're going to be living in. You know, you're making a commitment to a whole degree, which could be 3, 4, or 5 years in length. But it's also the city you're living in is going to have a huge impact on how well you do, but also how much you enjoy your time there. So I would say focus on your subject, but also have a look at the place you're going to be living at as well, just to see if it's the right fit for you, if it's got the things that you'll enjoy socially, but also just to help you enjoy your time here at university. So yeah, research the university and research the city, and also visit the UK if you can.
I would say first and foremost, and great advice from everyone, but I would say first and foremost, doing your due diligence, and part of your due diligence is being part of this program today and digging in and finding out more about different colleges and universities. But I also feel that it's important to keep in mind that the college process is important, but it's not important enough to distract you from getting the most you can out of your senior year or junior year in college. I would say the best advice that I could offer would be that your best preparation for college students is to get the most you can out of your classes, activities, and relationships right where you are now. And again, keep in mind that at the end of the process, you're doing your due diligence, you're identifying schools at which you could be a good fit. You're going to be happy at the end of the process. So be happy now, be happy throughout the process, and keep focused, which is on what is most important, which is getting the most you can out of your classes, activities, and relationships wherever you're in school now and whatever community you're living in.
Thank you so much, everyone. Some great advice. And for my personal favorite question, what is one thing that you guys want students to remember about your school?
This is a hard one. I was not prepared for this one. Something to remember. I guess just my big takeaway from my presentation is always just best of both worlds. I really think UVM has a little bit of everything, and I can give you best of both worlds scenarios for pretty much anything you want to throw at me for UVM. So definitely, I think best of both worlds for UVM.
I think for Elizabethtown College, it would be our motto, educate for service. We feel that learning is most noble when used to benefit others. So service is a big part of who we are. It's not a requirement of graduation, but you know, I really think it just describes the E-Town student.
One thing I would like you to remember about Temple University Japan campus is the opportunity to earn an American degree in Japan, a country very rich in history and culture. I also highly recommend you to consider study abroad, either for all 4 years or just for a few semesters. And I believe all schools here today offer amazing study abroad program in many countries in the world. And because it's going to be a life-changing experience for you, you'll learn a lot and experience things that you cannot do at your home country. Thank you.
Oh, sorry about that. I think when it comes to Delaware, I truly believe that we are the epitome of that mid-sized university. So, you know, when people say the big and the small, you know, we have all those resources for our students to do what they want academically, a ton of different things on the social side, but it still has that small feel. You're still going to see people from your dorm walking back and forth from classes. You're still going to recognize people up on Main Street. So it really does have, I think, a little bit of the best of both worlds.
Okay, so I'd say one thing to remember about UEA is there's always something going on. I mentioned in the presentation earlier that we had the Avengers filming on campus, which is really exciting. And we've also had the Queen visit our campus, and there's regularly events taking place. We have live music taking place at UEA. Have had Ed Sheeran perform on our campus before. I'm not just going to name drop all the famous people that I know, but there's always something taking place, whether it's sports events against different universities locally. There's always something happening. So I'd say, there's always something going on at the university, and just to get involved with that.
So what I'd like you to remember about OWU, about Ohio Wesleyan, is that through the OWU connection, we're going to help you develop your critical thinking skills, your ability to think and adapt, that will allow you to navigate the twists and turns that you will experience throughout your personal and professional life.
Thank you so much, reps. And thank you, students and parents, for joining us. When you close the window, there will be a quick 5-question survey. We appreciate any feedback you might have. Please, again, sign up for more sessions. This is just one of the many available, and a recording will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. So everyone, have a great rest of your night.
Wife. Oh, I don't